Speaker Mike Johnson announced yesterday. Johnson also said the House is at an inflection point and alleged that the White House has stonewalled the investigation, which was launched by former Speaker Kevin McCarthy. Speaker Johnson spoke more with how they're refusing to turn over key witnesses to allow them to testify. They've been subpoenaed, and the White House is withholding information from being investigated. Ann Sams, a White House spokesperson, refuted the claims that the White House has obstructed the inquiry. He also said the White House has access to over 35,000 documents, 36 hours of witness interviews, and more. The specific date for the vote will take place is unclear, with the Congress going on recess December 14th. Regardless whether someone is for or against the impeachment, it is not important, Speaker Johnson said. This is a legal decision. We have to continue our legal responsibility, and that is the only sole way about this vote.
Yeah, thank you for reading that, Riley. This is another one of those things that really gets a lot of attention, in our news media with our lawmakers, in Congress, because it seems like some people are really, as the article said, with Speaker Mike Johnson, he wants to, see if this is a feasible thing to do, as lawmakers, if they could really bring it to fruition, right? And in the next couple of weeks, like the next week, he said next week we're gonna have a vote. There's gonna be a lot of attention around that as well. Because these things, like somebody brings up an impeachment inquiry about about the sitting president of the United States. Yeah, I mean, some people are curious about that, and as the article said, it doesn't, as Speaker Mike Johnson said, it doesn't matter if people like are really for or against investigating President Joe Biden in this matter, but he kind of related to the fact that they're lawmakers, they have to deal with the law all the time. That's part of their job, right? To make the law, and yeah, it just seems like like you said, a legal thing that him and his constituents have to deal with now, because there's going to be a vote on it.
Yes, and in case our listeners aren't sure of what the impeachment inquiry is about, according to CNN.com, the House Republicans are looking to vote on this impeachment inquiry for President Joe Biden, because they're looking at potential charges of bribery, abuse of power, and obstruction. So, those are obviously very big charges to somebody that is the president, but it's clearly not an unprecedented thing to see a president be charged of impeachment or to be impeached in general.
I feel like we've said it before. Like we've mentioned, it may not have been this buzz. I think it was, but we said that this ever since Trump got impeached, it's just gonna be impeachment over and over and over and over.
That's what I was gonna say. I think we're entering a new age of our former democracies. If one party holds the House or the Senate, there's gonna be impeachment inquiries no matter what. I think they're too divided, and they're gonna be like, well, he did this, and then they're doing the exact same thing. So I think we're gonna be in a very new age of government, where every president's gonna have some kind of impeachment inquiry on them at least once.
That doesn't sound really too far-fetched. I mean, like you said, Alex, we are in a really polarized political space right now, especially with the 2024 presidential election coming up next November. There's going to be a lot of pressure around that. And speaking about tonight as well, related to that, there's another debate for the the Republican people looking to become president as well. So
I love those debates.
If they get into Oval Office, they're gonna have to worry about that too, like you said. Having those types of impeachment inquiries possible to come to fruition. As we're seeing with President Joe Biden right now. And this is just it's gonna be one of those things, you know, of course, where a lot of major news sources are gonna be quick to write about this, you know, because it's important because people are curious, you know, where is this thing gonna go with these lawmakers, with you know,
Yeah.
looking to see if impeaching President Biden is feasible, right? And
The vote is tonight at 8 p.m.
yeah, the debate, yeah.
The debate.
The,
Okay,
not,
sorry.
no votes
I'm
yet,
sorry.
Riley.
I'm okay. Excuse me. I'm thinking about how the Game Awards vote ends tonight at 6. So
The Game Awards.
Obviously.
yeah, you know, I got my priorities straight.
Mhm.
But you
I
know,
think a lot of
I
people
love watching the Republican debates.
That reminds me, I
So
still gotta
fun
put
to
in my votes for the Game Awards.
you got tonight till 6.
I do.
Well,
Yeah,
you could put in your votes for the Game Awards
While
and
watching the Republican
no,
debate.
well, if
No,
it ends
no,
at
no,
6,
2 hours.
it's 2 hours,
2
and then
hour
go get
difference.
you could go out to
You
like
could watch, you
get
could
breakfast.
watch the
Like, get
pre-show
breakfast.
of the Republican
Um,
debate while you
There's
put
a
in the votes.
pre-show for Republican
mean,
debates.
You know, the preparation show. whatever.
Yo.
You ever just prep before? I was gonna say, yeah.
But yeah, no, that's yeah, like I said, Riley, a lot of people are probably gonna tune into tonight as well. You know, because it's just people looking to take Oval Office. You know, coming up in next November. So we'll definitely be keeping you updated regarding this impeachment inquiry with President Biden, and we'll see where it goes because lawmakers, like we said, that's something they're gonna do. And related to the other House of Congress in the Senate, an Alabama senator was in the news yesterday. According to USA Today, Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville lifted his restriction on military promotions for nominees 3 stars and below yesterday, one which prevented more than 400 people from applying for jobs in the military. The restriction relates to Tuberville's protest of a Pentagon abortion policy, which provides paid leave and other accommodations to those traveling from the agency to receive an abortion. Tuberville had been keeping the policy in place since February, and the Pentagon's policy was initiated after the reversal of Roe v. Wade last June. And Tuberville's restriction still requires four-star nominees are still in question, which is an entirely other vote, which the Senate will, investigate and take part in soon. But hours after Tuberville's announcement of his restriction being lifted for military promotions, the Senate voted to confirm over 400 military promotions with the four-star nominees' confirmations pending. The only opportunity you got to get people on the left up here to listen to you is to put up a hold on something, and that's what we did. We didn't get everything we wanted, but we opened their eyes a little bit. We've still got a bad policy, said Tuberville. Yeah, this again relates to some of our lawmakers making it into the national spotlight with with their policy and just the things that they do. And this was definitely one of them. It's definitely one of those stories which sends breaking news notifications to millions of people who have specific things, and specific apps, which allow them to get those. And President Biden also commented on Senator Tuberville's lifting of military promotion restriction. He said it needlessly hurt hundreds of service members and military families, and I hope no one forgets what he did. So this kind of, goes back to what we said before. We're talking about the 2024 presidential election. There's for whatever given issue, there's going to be some people who are in opposition of a given thing, and for President Biden, he's kind of representing people who maybe aren't in favor of what Senator Tuberville was doing. But it just kind of relates to a person, a lawmaker, having this type of this policy power and two different two different parts of the United States being affected, with the military and Pentagon's abortion policy. But with this, it's going to be another thing. Like probably a lot of other news articles, not news organizations, are going to follow it and see where it goes, because the article said 400 promotions were approved in the Senate. With his lifting, and for the 4-star nominees, the change would need 60 votes on the Senate floor in order for it to also come into effect. So we'll also be keeping you updated regarding all of that lawmaker stuff here on the Morning Buzz. But for now, we are going to take a quick break on the show, and we'll be right back with some more news.
There's been numerous messages which appear on the LED boards as people are driving on the highway, combining festive messages with saving driving tips. Some messages include, "Don't be a Grinch, let them merge," "Reckless drivers are far worse than fruitcake," and "Text and drive, automatic naughty list." For us, the inspiration is driving down the number of road facilities that we see day in and out. We want to create messages people will remember and hopefully respond to in the way they drive their vehicles, said Diane, NJ Commissioner. It's unclear whether or not the messages are making a positive impact, but it will be easier to analyze once the holiday season has passed.
Yeah.
Wasn't this I think there was a problem when they were doing this before, that they stopped doing it because it was causing people more accidents, because people were stopping and taking pictures while driving.
That doesn't sound good.
That does sound like
It does not
it's
sound
just
good.
like how driving is. I feel like
People were posting it on TikTok,
well-
so they're just driving with one hand.
Yeah.
Well, they're doing one thing. They're making the signs more memorable, I guess, and more
Yeah,
they're standing
but,
out. But
Not the right way to do it.
yeah, I mean, I did actually see one when I was making my commute back from campus. It was what you call it? It was like Santa's watching or something.
I'm
Yeah, I
watching
saw-
you
I
drive.
saw. I was like, "What do you mean he's watching me?"
Santa's watching.
I will
Always
say,
watching.
I will say, I don't know if
Literally
I don't.
1984.
I remember Gwen. Do you remember when we were coming back from the Marconis and it was 1:00 in the morning and we passed that one sign that just said Gingle Sprinkle, and we were like, what does that sign mean? And why is it saying that at 3 a.m.? And then because it was when Jared was driving. I don't know. That's what this makes me think of. Is that we were driving back to school and it was a sign and I don't know what exactly it said, but it wasn't a proper sentence. It was Borgle Borgle. We were like, what is the sign saying?
That sign was real for that.
I think the sign was broken, Riley. I think that's I don't think
No,
signs
it's
just say that.
That's a powerful message, you know.
It's-
Sprinkle, it's very powerful.
Borgle. I mean, I feel like that would work better.
It resonates with me.
Do you guys let people merge? Because I don't.
Yeah, I did.
My mother, because I don't drive. My mother though, she is a road rage.
I love screaming.
Her biggest pet peeve is when pulling out of campus is when getting onto the highway, people don't pull up and try to force themselves in and just sit there and wait for all the cars to pass.
Yeah.
I mean, are you talking about the road circle, Riley? To get on the
No,
road?
I mean, just any of the exits, just getting onto the main roads when people don't pull up and they just kind of sit there for 20 minutes. Both my parents will lose their mind over that.
Yeah, I mean, with a road circle near Clove Road, one of the exits to get onto Route 3 has a stop sign in the midst of cars and trucks and buses going 60 miles per hour, and you just gotta wait until there's a spot open. And then you gotta look out the back window and
Why wait? Just
you
go.
don't want to crash.
That's what I do.
You know, maybe
wanna
if we had
crash.
more signs,
We need
more
more
LED
signs.
boards saying "Don't be a
Bargle,
Grinch,
gargle.
let them
No,
merge."
I
You know,
think
maybe
you
maybe
said
maybe people would be
Borgle.
nicer.
What's a good one? You better watch out, or you're gonna get into an accident. That could be one.
That could be one.
Hire
That could be
me.
one.
That's pretty good. I'll give you that, Alex.
Yeah.
What's another one?
Yeah, nice.
text and drive, and this will be your last Christmas.
Yo.
Hire me, NJ.com.
I have
Not
seen
a call
some
to
pretty
action.
dark ones though at my house. Like there was one that when we were driving, and it was like, drive safe, or only your
die.
bodies will get to the destination. And we were like,
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
I mean,
That was a good one.
to a degree, that's true because
I mean, it was true, but we were like driving, and I was like, man, that really is.
I got a
But
good one.
do you think you drove safer after that, Riley?
I wasn't driving.
Do you
but I
think
feel
they
that-
drove safer?
Yeah, I think so, because we all looked at it and went, and I'm a little dumb, so I said, what does that mean? And they looked at me and went, well, you're not alive when you arrive at the destination. And I said, oh, okay. So it impacted me.
Wrapping your car will wrap around the Christmas tree if you text and drive.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe they need to hire Alex.
This is your next career path.
I just could sit at a computer and do that for hours. I don't know any more Christmas.
Yeah. I'm glad they brought these signs back though.
I like
They're
them.
cute, they're fun. And
They distract me while I drive.
they hopefully they're not distracting people. But I
Yes,
guess
ma'am.
we'll find out.
You guys know that J slide. Oh, the Jersey slide. You guys do the Jersey slide?
Of course.
It's when you're all the way in the right lane and you get off on your exit and your exit's just coming up. So you
Oh no, I don't think it has to do with being an exit. I guess that doesn't
Oh.
matter. But
you just go from one lane to the next lane and just cut it right across. Don't worry about anybody else.
That's not a good way to drive, though.
Yeah, but it's the end.
I do it, but I worry about other people because I'm a safe
I
driver.
mean, I worry
because
about
I
my
listen to
car.
these LED board signs.
Good job. Gingle Springle.
No, that's overall. This is a great initiative by the Department of Transportation. You know, it's holiday season. I know my family and I are gonna be commuting during the holiday season. You know, a lot of people are, so it's just a
Gingle
nice little
Springle.
festive thing to get people in the holiday spirit. And we're about to hear something to get us into such right now from our own people here at the station. Let's see what's going on. And welcome back to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. More of the morning bus to get through, so let's get to it. According to eonline.com, after completing the season 32 finale of Dancing with the Stars, Xochitl Gomez and Val Kermosky were named the champions. In honor of Len Goodman, a late judge who passed away in April, the Mirrorball Trophy is now titled to be Len Goodman's Mirrorball Trophy. Jason Mraz and Daniela Karagas were the runner-ups. The finale featured 5 couples for the first time ever. In a confessional, Xochitl said, quote, "My partnership with Val has been amazing. He's allowed me to be myself. As a 17-year-old girl, I've been on projects where a lot of people don't listen to what I have to say. I've been told you can't." Val became a father this past January with his wife and another pro dancer, Jenna Johnson. He adds, quote, "Becoming a dad this off-season definitely changed everything. There's a sense of nurturing and a sense of protectiveness this season more than ever. Congratulations to the 32nd Dancing with the Stars champions." Are you guys watchers of Dancing with the Stars? Are you guys fans?
I didn't even know there was 32 seasons.
It's been going on for a long time. It has.
Yeah, I've never really been a big watcher, but I do definitely appreciate everything they do with like the dancing. Anything of that realm where they have to like have these insane talents. I just am so much in awe because I can't dance. And I also forgot that the title is Dancing with the Stars. So I'm always surprised when they're dancing with the stars. But that is the premise of the show. They're dancing with
Do
the
they-
stars.
Do they dance?
That is,
With the stars.
Yeah.
the show
Yeah.
is that
there
people who
stars?
typically don't dance and that are famous dance.
Are there's
That's it, yeah.
there stars?
They are stars. And
Dude,
they're dancing.
but are these like dance stars, right?
I don't know. Are
Well,
they?
like Jason Mraz.
I don't know who that is.
He's a singer.
Oh, that's.
Oh, so he
No,
doesn't
they
dance.
typically don't dance.
Yeah.
So that's all I know. Is I know that people were mad when JoJo Siwa was on the show because they're like, she dances. That's unfair. And
That's
like,
unfair. I agree. That is unfair.
One person that sticks out to me
Yuffie.
from being on the show is WWE superstar The Miz. He's a
I thought you just-
wrestler slash actor slash dancer. He was on it, and he's awesome. He has a lot of many talents.
You think you could do it,
I could do
Aiden?
No, probably not.
I could.
I believe it.
Alex would be one of the stars.
I would be the star.
he would be a star.
I think Nicole could do it
Switch.
too. That's Nicole's next step. Nicole's gonna graduate college and
That's-
become the
that's the
Dancing
next
with the
step.
Stars.
Stars. Honestly, I'd watch if Nicole was on Dancing with the Stars.
Do you know what? No, it's not even that I want to dance. I want to be like the host of it.
Ooh.
Like I want to.
Nicole, you're striving a little too like. That's a little too much, you know. Like,
Everything's
first get on the
possible, you know,
show.
No, but I don't want to be. I don't want to dance for it. Well, like I wouldn't. But like you have to be famous to dance. Because obviously I'm not a pro dancer. But the thing is,
No.
I have to like reach fame to get on the show to be a celeb.
Is it
But I'd
only
rather just
celebrities? Is
host
it really
it.
only celebrities?
Yeah, so it's so basically
It's
they
called
have-
Dancing with the Stars, Aiden. Of course, it's
Stars.
all celebrities.
Stars.
So the stars are the celebrities. So every season
That's
they have
usually-
different celebrities. They sometimes have like The Bachelor. They'll have actors, actresses. They'll have
Yep.
sports people. They'll have athletes. They have singers. So every season it's a different person. And the girl that won, she's 17 years old. I didn't know that. I was
how,
like,
how is she famous? Oh yeah,
She's-
that's crazy.
She was in the Marvel movies, so she is
Got it.
America in Doctor Strange.
She's America.
See that.
Oh,
Yeah,
American,
she's-
American Chavez.
Yeah.
Yeah, American Chavez.
Big hands.
Yeah, she's American.
She got
Chavez.
big hands. I call her Big Hands.
Context?
Isn't American Chavez? She got the big stretchy hands.
No,
Oh,
that
so
is-
that's not Big Hands.
That is.
That's
She punches,
that's Stargirl.
Yeah, she punches star portals.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Stargirl, not Big Hands.
Yeah, Big Hands is.
Because I used to get
Miss
confused with them too.
Marvel?
That's also Marvel. I just am not remembering her.
Miss-
her
Miss-
name in
yeah.
the
Kamala-
comics.
Kamala.
Harris. Yes.
Yeah, that's Kamala Harris.
Yeah, Kamala Harris. Yeah, of course.
No, her
Wait,
name
no,
is
wait, no.
Kamala.
Her
Kamala.
name is Kamala. Yeah.
Kamala
Her name is
Khan.
Kamala. It's not
Kamala Khan.
Harris.
Yeah, yeah.
Kamala Khan.
So that's Big Hands.
Kamala is the yes. That's
Because that was the Avengers video game, and when I used to play it, I would go, "Guys, run! It's Big Hands!" And I would go.
Oh, you played that game?
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
sorry.
Wait, which game?
I don't know. I don't know enough video
Oh,
games. So
yeah.
I thought it was fun
Okay. Sorry.
until like the storyline got weird, and then like I couldn't. There was no more story.
Well, you mentioned Big Hands. Let's speak
Big
another,
Hands.
another big
Oh, look, she
accomplishment
got big hands.
in the world of music. It's related to what's been going on this holiday season. Riley, what can you tell us about that?
So, Brenda Lee makes a history with this holiday classic. You will definitely get sentimental feeling when you hear this popular holiday song, "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree," is bringing overdue acknowledgement to the iconic artist. After the song was released 65 years ago, it topped Billboard Hot 100 for the first time. This makes Brenda Lee, the original song performer, now 78 years old. She is one of the oldest artists to ever top the music chart. Lee was only 13 years old when she recorded the song.
Wow.
Since then, the tune has become worldwide classic and plays every season. She told Billboard, quote, "I'm happy for everyone here that's worked so hard to make this happen, because in today's world everything moves so fast and furious, but I'm telling you this, my label has come to pat." Lee also filmed a music video with appearances of country stars Tanya Tucker, Trisha Yearwood in honor of the song's anniversary. She's also keeping up with modern times and recently joined TikTok.
Deck the halls with vows of
Not.
holly.
What, are you not on TikTok?
No.
You're not on TikTok?
No, I mean, we just in my participatory media class, we just watched the whole documentary on like how TikTok, like the behind the scenes, you know, because like.
Wah, wah, wah. You know what I think? You want to hear my 2 cents about this? I think it's an amazing thing. I
Oh, it is,
love
it
this
is, it is,
Christmas
yeah.
song. and I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's good that she's getting her dues. Yeah.
She performed it how many years ago? 65 years ago?
I did not know this
15.
singer was